Hello, I'm back with another video. In my last video, I was encouraging homeless people, and I was talking about how when I first became homeless, I was sad, depressed, crying a lot, and I thought that I didn't do anything to deserve to be homeless. And I said that some of us suffer for righteousness' sake, and some of us suffer for unrighteous sake. And I got a comment, and the person disagreed with me that it's not about righteous and unrighteous. Some people make bad decisions and choices. So I replied and I said, it sounds like you don't believe in the Heavenly Father. And he didn't understand how I came to that decision. And he said that he does. He or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. But the person said that they do believe in the Heavenly Father and that they have a relationship with Him. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm glad that you believe in the Heavenly Father. The reason why I said that is because you were talking like there's an in-between. There's the Heavenly Father and there's Satan. There's good and there's evil. There's righteous and there's unrighteous. There's no in-between. So if a person has made bad decisions, and that does not mean that if the person believes in the Heavenly Father and they have made a bad decision or bad choices, you can still suffer for righteousness' sake. One example is King David. King David had it all. If you believe in the Heavenly Father, you probably know the story about King David. He saw the woman Bathsheba taking a bath, and he wanted her, but she was married to a soldier. But he didn't care. He took her for his own. He laid with her, and she got pregnant. But he sent her back. So the soldier that she was married to was a devoted man. He was a devoted soldier. He hadn't been home in a while because he was out doing his duties. King David called him in to see him, tried to convince him to lay with his wife because he had found out that she was pregnant. So now he's trying to convince him to lay with his wife, but he wouldn't lay with his wife. So now King David has to think of something. So he has the man that's over the war to put that soldier in the toughest battle so he can die, so he can take his wife for himself, because he didn't want it to get out that he has laid with that man's wife and got her pregnant. It would have got out because the soldier hadn't slept with his wife in a while. So now the soldier is dead. King David takes the wife. The wife gives birth. Bathsheba becomes his wife. She gives birth. And after some time, Yahweh punishes King David. He takes that son that he loved so much by Bathsheba. He also punishes David. I believe David was cold all the time when he got old. He trumped up wars for David because, David was a man of war. He won wars all the time. But I believe at the time that he took Bathsheba, there were no wars going on. He had peace from wars. And Yahweh trumped up wars for him. King David was a righteous man, but he made a mistake. He made bad choices, and Yahweh punished him for it. King David suffered, but he suffered for righteousness' sake. That's what I mean. If you believe in the Heavenly Father, you can make bad choices and decisions, and you can suffer from them. But you are suffering for righteous sake. There's no in between. So it's either or. You're either suffering for righteous sake or you suffering for unrighteous sake. And to me, you said you believe in the Heavenly Father. You have a relationship with Him. I believe you said your house caught on fire. Sound like you suffering for righteous sake to me. But it's your opinion. We can agree to disagree. I don't try to force my beliefs off on anyone. But that's why I came to that decision and asked you. Sound like you don't believe in the Heavenly Father, because you was talking like a lot of people that seem like they, if you believe in the Heavenly Father, then it's like you put Him over here, and then you say, oh, this happened because of this, and this happened because of that. But everything is spiritual. Everything is about good and evil. There's no in between. This is a spiritual war. Always. I mean, if it wasn't for the spiritual, wouldn't none of this exist? None of it. So, I mean, you can believe what you want, and I still stand behind my remarks of what I said about suffering for righteousness' sake and suffering for unrighteous sake. It's in the Bible. I didn't make it up. But I hope someone can learn from this, and if you don't agree with me, it's okay. All right, have a good night.